Hello, hello, I'm Jenna, and today I'm going to tell you all about how to do K-maps the 2-bit comparator way. So in this problem, we are given this design to work with. We have 4 inputs, A, B, C, and D. And A and B are both labeled N1, and C and D are N2. Then we have 3 outputs, less than, equals to, and greater than. From this, we are led to believe that less than will be 1 if AB, or N1, is less than CD, or N2. Equals to will be 1 if AB is equal to CD, and greater than will be 1 if AB is greater than CD. Excellent! So we can get started on our truth table. So what I've done here is I've divided a line between AB and CD, or N1 and N2. Just so I can tell what I'm comparing here. So I'm going to be comparing this number with this number all the way down. Let's start. Both of them here equal 0. That means they are equal to each other. So we're going to put a 1 for equals and a 0 for less than and greater than. For the next one, CD is 1, but AB is 0, meaning AB is less than CD. So we're going to put a 1 here and a 0 for the rest. AB is still 0, and CD is not. So it's still less than, again, 0, not 0. Pretty hard to not figure that one out. Now in this case, AB is 1, and CD is 0. So we can put greater than, since AB is greater than CD. Here, they're equal again. So this is pretty self-explanatory. We're just comparing the two numbers to see if they're equal or not equal to one another. So I'm just going to go through it real fast and finish this up so we can move on. And we end with them being equal to each other. Fantastic! Now we get to move on to my favorite part, the K-maps! Yay! Alrighty friends, so because we have 3 outputs, we're going to have 3 K-maps, 1 for each. You'll see I have 1 for less than, 1 for equals to, and 1 for greater than. Notice also that all my K-maps are numbered from 0 to 15. This is an extra step. You don't necessarily have to do it, but it really helps when you're translating truth tables in terms of speed, but also efficiency. You are less likely to make a mistake if you have all of these spaces numbered. Okie dokie, so I'm going to translate my truth table onto my K-maps, leaving 1s where they're 1s and empty spaces where they're 0, just for the sake of tidiness. So here we go. Alrighty, after that brief intermission, we are all set to begin circling our covers. Remember, we're only looking for the largest and most necessary covers, so we end up with as few Boolean expressions as possible. So let's start. This one we know can be a 4. This has got to go this way. And this only has one option, so we're going to do that. Woo! This, unfortunately, we don't get to shorten that one that much, but it's okay. We love it anyway. This one, a 4. Yay! A 2. And this sad little thing only has 1 it can pair with, so we're going to do that. Fantastic! Now, let's make our life easier. I'm going to add labels of the areas that correlate with each input letter. I'm going to show you how I do that. So, here's A, B, C, and D. And I'm going to do this for all of them. Yay! So these show me that, say, this cover is not anywhere in A. So that means A is going to be that. It is going to be the complement of A. It is talking about this one here. Right here, this too. It is nowhere in B either. Notice that, not in B. So it is also B complement. But it is halfway through C. See this? Halfway through the C. So that means we're going to cut C completely and jump right to D, which it is fully in. So D is not complemented here. Fantastic. Add a plus sign. Let's check again. So this one has 4, not in A. A complement. Halfway in B. Fully in C. And halfway in D. So that's ours. And the next one, it is not in B, not in A either. JK, halfway in A. Haha, caught myself there. So A is not included. We're going to jump right to B. That it's also not included in. It is fully in C and also fully in D. So C and D. There are no more covers, so we are done with less than. Moving on to equals to. This one, out of A, out of B, out of C, out of D. That means A, B, C, D, complement, 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 complement. Fabulous! Not in A, in B, not in C, in D, in A, in B, in C, in D, in A, not in B, in C, not in D. Fabulous. So that one didn't get shortened up too much, but the other ones we see will. Alrighty, next one. Let's take a look. In B, it's halfway through A. Looking at this one. Not in C, and not in D. Plus, ooh, look at that. Fully in A. Cut through B, B gets cut. Not in C, and halfway in D, so D gets cut. And finally, we're on the last one. How exciting! We have A, that it's in, B, that it's in, halfway through C, so we're going to ignore C, and D, that it is outside of, so it is complemented. And will you look at that? We are all done. We have just translated our 2-bit comparator problem into these fine Boolean expressions. Thanks so much for listening.